So there's 2.5 main causes of suffering. The first is suffering brought upon you by yourself. The second is suffering brought upon you by the world. And the half is suffering brought upon you by other people, which are part of the world. So it's kind of the same thing. And so suffering brought upon you by yourself is something that you have to accept is entirely and exclusively your fault for you to begin fixing whatever the fuck that is. And to do that, you could kind of look at patterns, and you could have some perspicacious pattern recognition, and you could say, okay, what keeps happening that I don't like in my life? Is it my fault? Is it something I'm doing? Is it something that I have zero control over? Odds are pretty slim that you have no control over, so it's something that you begin fixing, you adjust, you try, you experiment, and you upgrade. Now, suffering brought on you from the world, very difficult to cope with. This is one of the reasons that people leave certain religions. This is one of the reasons people don't believe in God. This is one of the reasons people don't believe in an ultimate good. This is one of the reasons that people don't understand how the fuck people could be so delusional to think the world is rainbows and lollipops. How can a God that's loving, cares about me, all-powerful and omniscient and omnipresent not be able to stop wars in Gaza, not be able to remove cancer from people, not be able to stop ALS from occurring, not be able to do X, not be able to do Y? First of all, my question to you is, what are you actually asking for? Because you can't ask a God that's natural to do an unnatural thing. You can't ask him to stop bullets midair. It's not how it works. So what you need is a natural solution. God is a naturally all-powerful being. He cannot fucking turn back time, things like that. That shit is impossible for anything to do. And so what are you actually asking for? You're asking for suffering to stop. Okay. Well, we have to first figure out the cause of the suffering. And so my argument is the cause of the suffering is ultimate evil. So you have these two forces that are combating in the universe, inside of the universe. And this is ultimate good versus ultimate evil. Ultimate evil will exist regardless. There's natural disasters. Is that even evil? But either way, people still suffer from natural disasters, right? So here's a question. Let's say I'm a Christian and I have this Christian friend, and this is actually something that happened in the Bible, I think. Let's say I'm a Christian, I have this Christian friend, and I meet Jesus face to face. And he heals my arm. And I'm like, oh shit, this is awesome. I'm like, dude, let me go tell all the fucking boys about this. And then Jesus goes to my friend and he doesn't heal his arm. Whose what's the word I'm looking for? Testimony is more powerful. Me, who obviously got a gift, or my friend who could have got a gift, didn't, and still believes in Jesus. That is a powerful faith. And so this is the argument. The argument is the suffering of the innocent exists such that those with an overtly powerful faith can expose to the world the magic that is God, basically. And so that's an unsatisfactory answer to an atheist or a secular person. So I'll explain it in a different way. I understand that. So basically, God and the ultimate good are basically synonymous. If you want the world to be a better place, you need the most people in alignment with the ultimate good as possible. Question is, what is the ultimate good? If you're secular, that's something for you to figure out on your own. If you don't know the answer to that, that's genuinely a fucking problem. You have to figure out what the ultimate good is. And so you need people to align with the ultimate good. Things like not murder. That would probably end all wars, right? And so long story short, if people are suffering, if innocent people are, and this is a secular answer, if innocent people are suffering, these people need to have faith that there's an ultimate plan for their suffering and try their best to contribute to that plan. And so you have an option. If you, let's say I get ALS tomorrow and I start melting, I have the option to curse the world and curse everything around me. Or I could be even more positive and here's the results of the two choices. If I am a negative person and I'm feeding into the evil that has been bestowed upon me, I'm making it worse. I'm bringing people down, and I'm lowering the energy of my environment. Now, if I do the complete opposite, and I still, even though, dude, have you ever seen somebody die from ALS over like years? You genuinely melt. It destroys your body slowly. It's the worst. I think it's personally the worst disease. It's worse than cancer, I think. It's the worst disease a man can come across. It is awful. So one of my biggest like irrational fears. Imagine I get ALS tomorrow. Complete possibility. If I stay composed, vigilant, and positive, that will have a good impact on somebody whose life isn't as bad as mine. And they'll say, oh, he's figuring it the fuck out. I can do so too. And that's a good thing. That's an objectively positive thing, right? It's hard to argue that that's a negative thing. So you have the two options. You could be a piss baby, and then nothing could come of that. Nothing good comes of that, genuinely. Or you can be positive regardless of your situation, and pretty much only good can come from that. Does that make sense? So in the existence of suffering, there are two extremes of which you can take. Because like, let's say I'm having a good day right now, and then I go, hey guys, have a good day. That's not a great message. It's boring. But if I have cancer and I'm dying in 2 weeks, and I say, hey guys, believe in the greater good, have a good day, do X and do Y, you'll probably listen to me. Because I'm so close to the light. I know if I'm so close to the light, I know what matters. You know, people that are near the end know what matters. And so that's the reason people suffer. It's to give them the choice. When you come across an ultimate suffering, you now have so much power. You have the choice of how to react. And you could say, I can do anything I want. And what I say and how I react to this will have an impact on the world, good or otherwise. And it's actually a blessing. You're giving that choice. And that's the secular answer. And so those are the reasons that that's one of the main reasons the innocent suffer. And so, okay, here's another question. Well, what if the innocent suffering die in the process? That's a hard question to answer. Like Japan's nuclear bomb. That's insane. And I think things like that are kind of to be taken and examined later to say this is a behavior that we should adjust or not. I think that's why, but the sacrifices like that are serious. I don't think the nuclear bomb was justified. There are certain people that think it was, but that's fucking insane. You're frying children. You're frying children. I wonder how they taught that in Japan's schools. The Nagasaki bomb. We nuked 2 cities. Now, I understand the fact that we had to end the war. And by the way, if you didn't know this, we knew the Pearl Harbor attack was coming. The general that was the general at the time, he was a 4-star general, and this got him his 5th star. He was a 4-star general. His name was George C. Marshall, and he's actually an alumni from my school. You can look this shit up if you don't believe me. He was the general at the time. He knew that Japan was coming with the planes. We had 3,000 soldiers or something we had a ton of soldiers on Pearl Harbor. He had the choice. And this is one of those choices that's hard to make. And these people were innocent. So I want you to think about this as well. He was put in the position of God. Think about this. This is actually a good example. Imagine, and this is the reason that they pay these guys a lot of money and it's hard to do jobs like this. People don't appreciate the sacrifices guys like this have to make and the situations they have to deal with. Imagine this right now. You are a 4-star general for the United States Army, and it's like 1940, whatever the fuck, when the Pearl Harbor happened. I think it was 1945. And you're sitting at your desk, and a corporal walks in with 2 pieces of paper. He goes, hey, sir, you have a choice to make within the next 2 days. He goes, Japan's coming. If we shoot down their planes, it will start a war. If we don't shoot down their planes, let them attack Pearl Harbor, we'll have a reason, and the rest of the world can say, okay, they didn't have a choice but to attack Japan, and we could go crazy and end the war before it starts. So George C. sat there, and he said, either way, people are dying. He said probably Americans are going to die. If I send up if I send up planes to dogfight in the air, we're going to lose soldiers. If I let Japan attack the island, we're going to lose soldiers. And he said, what is the greater good? He said, this is a hard decision. And niggas like this sit at a table and the lights are dim and they sit and they talk. And they say, who should we let die? And so this was a choice. They knew Japan was coming. We're not fucking stupid. It wasn't like a surprise. It wasn't like Japan caught us off guard. Please watch the conspiracy theory videos, if you can find any, on Pearl Harbor, and tell me that the arguments are wrong. Like, we knew they were coming. Anyways, let's say you're fully aware that the planes are coming. And you say, hey, I could shoot these planes down, but I couldn't really do that because it would look bad. The optics would look bad. They haven't technically done shit yet. Tensions were building with Japan. So we let them come, kill Americans, piss off America and the rest of the world because it looked unjustified, and it definitely was, and then nuke Japan. And think about this. Guys, we got away with nuking Japan twice. 2 times. We nuked 2 entire cities. We eradicated hundreds of thousands of innocent lives from the earth and got away with it. The plan worked. He let them come, pissed everybody off, retaliated, and the retaliation looked justified, and he shut that shit up. He shut it up. Now, the ethical question is not, does the punishment fit the crime? The ethical question is, should he have shot the planes down? Or did he prevent a world war? Because a world war was coming, it's a hard question to answer. But I personally think, to go back earlier, I think those people in Nagasaki and Hiroshima died so that I could have this conversation with you right now. I think that's why that happened. And I think that's why most innocent people die, so that we can kind of talk about them later. I think death in vain is really tough. Like, car accidents are just fucking unfortunate. But yeah, that's the best I can give you. And another thing, there's good and evil in the world, like I said earlier. You can't have good without evil, and to appreciate good, you have to have evil. You can't enjoy summers if you don't have winters. You can't enjoy, fall if there's no fucking winter. You have to have the opposite. You have to have the antithesis of the thing you enjoy to be able to appreciate the thing that you enjoy now. So, like, if anybody's ever had a shitty girlfriend and you get a good girlfriend, you're like, God, this is so much better than my last girlfriend. You know what I mean? You got to have evil. You just have to. And there is some unjustified evil, and there's some evil that I can't explain away. And that evil might just exist to show you the power of good and to make you believe in good even more. So those are my answers. Let me know what you think. If you guys have any other questions about spirituality or the faith that you think I can answer, please let me know.